Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to FS25 and welcome to this little ChitChat video. As you can see, I have a lot to do. This is my homework from my Hutan Pantai Let's Play, and I don't want to put this long task into the Let's Play, and therefore I thought it might be a good idea just to use this opportunity to talk to you as Gamer Granny Tana or Oma Tana, however you know me. In the Let's Play I'm more like a young Tana version, and I'm not the YouTuber and modder in the Let's Play, but a young farmer woman. And right now I speak to you as my normal self, my Granny Tana self. And yeah, and I wanted to tell you about my first weekend and first days with FS25. And yeah, maybe also about what I'm going to do or what I'm just doing. Maybe you can see this is the first prototype of the TARDIS loader. I'm just testing it for the first time. And in the Let's Play, I guess it will be in some days. So this will be uploaded before you can see it in the Let's Play. I buy it as an experimental vehicle, and it is an experimental vehicle still. I just managed to make it blue. There won't be a color choice in the beginning, but it's big enough. This small this small loading wagon will have a capacity of 260,000 liters. So, like you expect from a TARDIS loading wagon. And so, and here I'm quite happy to have it, because with a normal loading wagon, the small one for the poor farmer, that would be a lot of driving back and forth. And like so, it's better, I think. More convenient. Yeah, and maybe I just keep on talking about the TARDIS and then I talk about my FS25 experience the last weekend and the last days. And yeah, when this is good as it is, I need to make a normal sized version as well. They always want to have a normal sized version. And as I would really love to have a big water barrel as well, maybe I look into making an additional water barrel. First, I wanted to start only with this loading wagon, and then anyhow, I want to start small and update it sooner or later, about all the time. So every few months there will be a new TARDIS trailer or vehicle. And yeah, but I don't want to start completely big, because then it would just take too long. The making would take too long, and the testing would also take too long. But an additional water barrel would be really nice. I'm really missing this Joskin. I know it's not much bigger than this AB, but still, the Joskin was too small already. Okay. Oh, and maybe you don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just tell you what I'm talking about. I'm not only a YouTuber, but also a modder, and a lot of English-speaking people know me mainly as a modder, because my English YouTube channel is still small. And usually I only make building mods and some maps. But then I had the idea to make TARDIS mod with a loading wagon that is bigger in the inside than in the outside, or at the outside. And what is there? I skipped every other row for the U-turn. But I will go back to those, don't worry. And yeah, you people loved it a lot in FS22. And it was downloaded quite a lot. Like more than 500,000 at least. And yeah, then after the loading wagon I made normal trailer and then a water barrel, and then what do I else have? A small combine that is rather big, not as big as the Colossus and not as fast, so more for the small cheating vehicle lover, not the very big one. And is there something else? I just don't remember at the moment. But I guess when they take it at ModHub, or if they take it at ModHub, this is not quite sure yet. So I'm asking Mr. Marcel, the boss of the ModHub, every few days whether, okay, will it be okay to make unrealistic mods? And like my TARDIS mod, and he always said something like, ask me again when it's closer to release. And now when it was closer to release, I asked him again, and he said, yes, in a way, yes, but it's not yet decided how much unrealistic, and so you could start building it, but not uploading. And I hope I can upload as soon as I'm done here, because now we have the icon background and so forth. And yeah, in a way something will go, but we will see. That's about the TARDIS mod. And then about FS25, which is, I think, the biggest topic this week. And as I'm a bronze partner still, I'm rather close to becoming silver, but I need to sell some more copies of the game, and then I will finally become a silver partner. And that means I would get the game or DLC earlier, and I could start earlier with making tutorials. But right now I'm still a so-called bronze partner, and I got the game from Giants, which is awesome, and I'm quite happy about it. But I got it at the moment when this so-called embargo fell. And the embargo is the moment in time after which we YouTubers and streamers may show content about a game or a DLC or such, and before we are not allowed. And so the gold and silver partners already had hundreds of videos out, coming all in 1 second when this embargo fell. And I just got the game, and I had to download it and install it. It took quite a while, which is normal. And then I could start playing the game and making content. And I thought, okay, I'll make this in one go. I jump right into it and record my first minutes in the game and made my first video already then, because I was already too late compared to the others. And then I made videos like crazy. And in a way I had much too little time to explore the game, but I need to explore the game to make good tutorials, so therefore I try to find a balance between getting to know the game and pumping out videos like crazy. And yeah, I also have a German channel which is much bigger than this English channel, and so I have to make videos in German and in English. And or maybe not, I have to because I want to, let's say it like that. And so it's quite a lot of work and really, really crazy days. And I think for everyone, a lot of YouTubers, they make videos and they also stream for hours and hours and hours. I couldn't do it at all. But usually those other YouTubers, they don't have 2 channels and are modders as well. Because then I sometimes, when my voice is really like hoarse, or how do you say it? Like a crow, then I think, okay, now I take my time and I check on, let's say the numbers in the game, the XML files, how much you can earn with the greenhouses and so on and so forth, and how does the modding works in FS25. And in this stolen time, I managed to bring this little TARDIS to life. And I hope I can find a little more time to finish this rather soon, because I know a lot of you guys are waiting for it. And look how nice this farm looks from here. And I think it's all about the trees and this little red silo. I really love this silo, brings some color into it. And the trees, they make it look really nice. Yeah, maybe I really get to like this farm more and more. And to like this map more and more. And I'm quite happy that I started to make a let's play here. I think I would be missing out quite a bit if I wouldn't play here. And look, we already have 120,000 liters in our little loading wagon. Maybe it can carry the whole field, which would be quite a lot. Yeah, so it seems to work. Before I already tried it to fill it up in an instant with cheat command to test. But it's a different thing to try it on the field. So I should go backward because I missed quite a bit. Whoop. Yes, like that. I'm always missing some things, but little spots are okay, I think. Yeah, and I get a lot of questions about when will your mods come out? About the TARDIS, yes, but also about my building mods that I do and my map. And I'm planning several maps, but first I'm working on a German map. But my building mods are my, let's say, my first priority. But they will still take a while, at least to come to ModHub. Because to make a good mod that is perfectly converted to FS25, or maybe not even perfectly, but okay-ish, I need this Giants editor, and that is not out yet. I could put out mods, building mods for testing right now. I think I haven't tried it yet, but I think it would work. But we would have errors in the log because it's not really prepared for FS25. Without the Giants editor, I can't write this E3D file in a proper way. Yeah, and therefore I have to wait at least until this Giants editor releases. And if you are interested in mods, then I think as soon as it's available, everybody will talk about it, and then you will get to know that it's out, and then I can start converting my mods. And I already prepared around 10 mods for FS25, but they are prepared in FS22, and now I still have to convert it completely. And I don't really know how much work is it to bring them to work properly in FS25. So it can be days or weeks or months for me to bring those 10 mods to life and to be ready to be uploaded to ModHub. And we will see how long it takes. Usually I hope for a shorter time, which is normal, but usually it takes longer than I hope. And then after those 10 mods that I already prepared, there is a long list of other mods I want to make. For example, the gardens. For me, this is one of my most important mods, at least for my personal gameplay. There are quite a lot of mods that I love to use, but the gardens are somehow the mod of my heart, so to say. And it will come, and I think it will be awesome, because we have so many new possibilities and form new inbuilt plants already. And I think it would be nice to have the peas and green beans and spinach and carrots and all this kinds of stuff, those new things in the gardens. And yeah, I want to make them available as gardens and greenhouses in small, medium and large. And the small would still have the same size as the base game large model. So if you know my garden mods, you know the large one is really, really large. You only need one on your farm and you are good to go and grow everything that is possible. And yeah, so those will come to the gardens. And as with the TARDIS, I think I will start rather small, not to make the mod too huge in the beginning, but then I will make more updates than in FS22. Anyhow, that is my plan for FS25, that I start with smaller packets, that they are ready to go faster and ready to be tested faster. And then I will make more updates than in FS22. I had some mods that got some updates in FS22, and only in the end I realized that they were being downloaded much more, especially towards the end, because always when they got an update, they got a boost with downloads. People, maybe it was buried in the whole abundance of mods at ModHub, and with an update it was more like a wake-up call. Oh, there is this garden mod that looks really interesting and useful. Yes, I want to use it. And therefore, but I won't make an update every 2 weeks or so. Some people, they are really crazy with their updates. Though their mods are always in the testing list, and I won't do it like that. I rather make more mods, but maybe an update like every 3 months or so, depending on which mod it is. Some mods would maybe stay like they are, and other mods will get more updates. And right now I have more than 60 mods at ModHub. Some of them from FS19, but most of them from FS22. Yeah, and I hope maybe I could even reach 100 this time. Or go over it. We will see. I also want to make my own game during the 3 years of FS25. So maybe there will be a period where I don't work so much on my mods. But I have a lot of ideas and plans. And yeah, as I know you all, I mean, you have a lot of wishes and good ideas too. In the end, it's always a lot more good ideas than can be built. So I have still a lot of ideas for FS22 mods that I could never build because of missing time. I just didn't have enough time. And I guess it will be the same with FS25. But that's how it is. I always have so many ideas, and then I get even more ideas when you tell me your wishes. And yeah, ideas are always there in an abundance. Yeah, and now I nearly didn't talk at all about my experience with FarmSim 25 so far. And overall, I'm quite happy. There are some things that I don't like so much. I think I'm the grumpiest about that they didn't include the autoloader. We have it already in 23, FS23, the mobile game. So it's developed already. And now it's not in FS25. And for me, I can easily use something like Universal Autoload. I'm sure it will come back again. But I'm so sad for all the console players, and they can't use those script mods. And in a way, I feel bad when I use an autoload mod, a script mod, in my Let's Plays. And I know very well that there are a lot of console players out there watching my videos, and they think, oh, why can't I use this autoload mode? And therefore I feel very sad because autoload is missing. And I don't know why. I can't understand it why. And Yeah, the other things, I'm a little bit sad that I didn't brought back the rapid plant growth. But I'm not as angry about it as in FS22 because somehow I got used to this season playing, and with that the field takes so long time. And in FS22 it was a shock for me. They told us we could switch off seasons, and everybody who liked to play without seasons in FS19 and always used rapid plant growth was thinking, yeah, sure, when you can deactivate seasons, you will have rapid plant growth. And we didn't. And we had to wait 8 months for the wheat to grow. It was becoming a sleeping simulator. And that was a shock, I guess, for a million of players, or several millions of players. But I got used to this slower pace, and yeah, what I really like is that we can start with 1 million now, even when we play as new farmer, as I did here, because then we can invest in the beginning, and we have more fields, and it's easier to start when you are a slow player like me. And that helped, and that they gave more importance to the greenhouses also helps. And I played a lot with greenhouses in FS22, a lot, and with my gardens, obviously. And yeah, now the greenhouses are more expensive, but they have this wonderful variety. And I can include the parsnips and peas and beans because they are all garden plants, typical garden plants, and they fit so well in a garden. And we can have wonderful gardens and make a lot of money with this. And yeah, and then we can buy the fields and grow some crops and don't earn so much money, but we earn enough money with the greenhouses to afford the work on the fields. Yeah. And yeah, I think others might tell you something like, my experience with FS25 is, oh, the graphics are so awesome and I like this ground deformation and such. Yes, I find it interesting, this ground deformation, but it's not so exciting for me, I must admit. I watch it and I think, yes, now we have problems in the ground. And I know perfectly well that a lot of players, we could just drive a little bit around for the last 5 minutes. A lot of players were really waiting for this for years and years and years, and not only since FS22, but long before. And therefore I'm happy that they brought it. And for me, the improved helper is much more important. And I like it that we can have irregular fields now that are still helper friendly. And for me, it works rather okay with the helpers. So sometimes they have problems, and sometimes with the harvest, a little part stays on the field. But I never expect perfectionism from a software. That would be, in my opinion, it would be silly to expect perfectionism from software because it never happens. I'm a software developer myself, therefore I know software is never perfect. And I think they made it better than I expected with the helper and the GPS. And overall, FS25 is better than I expected. I was expecting, a new game with some new features that are not so exciting, and 2 new maps and everything a little bit newer and such with more fog. But I'm positively surprised. So as you can see, I'm in the beginning, upfront, I'm more pessimistic about software and game development, because I know it's so hard to improve a game that is already so complex, so full of features like this farming simulator. It was already very complex in FS13. And so it's only possible to improve it a little bit when you make a new iteration of the game. And the improvements and the changes that they made here now for FS25, as I experience it here on my PC, I must say, are better than I expected. And that doesn't mean that I think it's the wonderful, it's the perfectest game that ever existed. No, but it's more improvement than I hoped for. And that means something. And I know there is some problems with frame rate on consoles. Some people have problems with it, others not so much. They say more like, oh, it doesn't bother me. And so this seems to be the biggest problem. But as I don't have a console, I don't have this problem. I have a rather old PC, but it was a really beefy machine when I bought it 7 years ago, and now it's still okay. I was a little bit skeptical whether it would work, and for a developer and YouTuber like me, 7 years is very long for one PC. I would need a new PC rather soon, but like now, I think it's okay. It runs, I'm happy how it runs for me with my old PC. But as I said, it's a beefy machine still, but old. And I don't expect that everything looks like completely like reality when I'm playing. So maybe that's why I'm really happy, even if I see that the trees, they are not, so the distant trees, they are better than before in FS22, but I could still imagine more improvement, but not in this game. Maybe in FS28. Maybe if everybody has a stronger computer, because especially things like trees and grass and so, they are really heavy on the performance. And to show all these thousands of trees in the distance, it's really hard on the computer or on the device that you play on. Yeah, and I think they did a pretty good job. Still, 1 month ago, when all those YouTubers were playing, the bigger YouTubers, when they had their events, and they told us about it. I thought, oh my dear, that is not promising, because they had very old versions from somewhere in September, and they played in the end of October, and I thought, why do they play on such an old version? And I really thought, oh, that could be a catastrophe, because maybe they can't finish the game. And now what we have here is, I didn't have any real problems. So there was not a single real bug that I encountered personally. And that is better than in FS19 and FS22. But in these games I still could play and have fun. But here I think for my playing style, it has nearly no real problems. And that doesn't mean that there are no problems. I think in multiplayer there are always problems. And where else? Yeah, on consoles that seems to be a big problem. And when people play a lot with contracts, there seem to be problems. And for my play style, I'm just happy I could play the whole day through and have fun, and it wouldn't be boring for me, and not at all. But I have to mainly explore the mechanics, how works this to make my tutorials. This takes quite a lot of time, and so my happy time is when I'm recording my Let's Play. This is more or less the only time when I can just play the game. And yeah, right now it is a busy time, and I'm prepared to work like on an how is it called? Ultra or ultra marathon. So very, very long run, very long run. So a run that takes 6 months or so, and that I make as much tutorials as possible. I'm thinking on making at least 100 tutorials for each language, maybe more. I would love to make a tutorial about every important topic, which could be a bit more or much more than 100 tutorials. And yeah, a lot of mods. So I have a lot of work ahead, and therefore I have to take care that I don't burn myself out in the first week, but take my time to sleep and take my time to relax. And right now this here is very relaxing for me, even if we are done with the field already for quite a while and just driving around and talking to you. And yeah, in my tutorials, they are meant to be as perfect as possible for at least the next 3 years, or maybe even longer. People are still watching my FS19 tutorials. So this is nothing where I could just chat with you. And in the Let's Play, I want to stay in my role as much as possible. Sometimes it's not so possible, and then I have to fall back to Granny Tana. But this here I really like, just to talk as myself to you, to tell you about my experience, with the game, with making videos, with making mods. And I think I have said everything that I wanted to say this time. And if I have a lot to do on one field again, maybe I make another video like that. If you like it, that I make such a chit-chat video for you. Yeah. And I would love it if you tell me your experience with FS25 so far, because then we can have a bigger picture how everybody is doing with the game. If you're enjoying it, if you have problems or if you don't have problems, and yeah, and what you like best and what you are missing. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Okay, so I think that's it. And in the next part of Hutan Pantai, that will be the episode number 7. We can go and sell all this straw, and I hope we get quite some money for it. And then we can, yeah, afford different new things. Okay. Oh, do they say it is 218 hours? That can't be true. Ah, that is the tractor. Okay, that can be true. I thought it's the loading wagon that has 218 hours now. And so, oh no, I will pay a fortune because I have rented it. I couldn't afford to buy it. I will buy it later when I'm richer. So, but now that's it. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.